Imagine a clock that never chimes until midnight. And when it does, people vanish without a trace. In our peaceful town, this isn't just a legend, it's a curse. Last night, the clock struck again, and now someone is missing. Are you brave enough to uncover the mystery? Hit that subscribe button before it's too late. Because trust me, you won't believe what's ticking behind the tower's walls. The town of Millbrook had always been a quiet, peaceful place, nestled between rolling hills and verdant fields. At its heart, a towering tower loomed, ancient and imposing. Its hands had been frozen at 11:59 for as long as anyone could remember, an eerie relic of forgotten time. The townsfolk had long since ceased to pay it any mind, dismissing it as little more than a curiosity. That was until last night, when, with a resonant chime that echoed through the stillness, the clock suddenly ticked forward to midnight. A single heartbeat in the night, and Sarah, a bright-eyed teenager, vanished from her bed, leaving behind a room as frozen and lifeless as the gears above. Chaos ensued. What if the clock chimes again tonight? Liam, Sarah's best friend, couldn't stay still. His mind raced, and his fingers clenched tightly around the flashlight as he biked toward the clock tower. When he arrived, the air seemed thick with something he couldn't quite place, the feeling of being watched pressing down on him. Inside, the gears churned with an unnatural cadence, grinding as if driven by a force of its own. He found an old, dusty journal tucked in the corner, a relic from the clock's last caretaker, who had vanished over 50 years ago. Every page was filled with the same desperate phrase, scrawled over and over, "Never let it strike 12. And then, he heard footsteps. But there was no one there. The darkness seemed alive. As strange occurrences began to spread through Millbrook, Liam and Sarah's younger brother, Josh, took to poring over the journal's fading pages. Streetlights flickered erratically, pets refused to leave their homes, and several townsfolk swore they saw shadows shifting just beyond the edge of vision. The book spoke of a dark entity, one bound to the clock, a creature that fed on time itself. If the clock strikes 12, it warned, the entire town will be trapped in a never-ending loop. But as they read on, the ink began to fade, the words slipping away into nothingness. "We're running out of time," Liam whispered. And then, he saw it, a shadow gliding past the cracked windows, yet unmistakable. As midnight approached, the tension in Millbrook crackled like electricity. The mayor's proclamation of a curfew did little to ease the fear gripping the town. A few brave souls, including Liam and Josh, decided to confront the clock tower. When they reached the base, the doors creaked open as if welcoming them into the void. The gears roared, grinding with an almost audible heartbeat. And there she was, Sarah, standing at the base of the clock, eyes locked on the hands as they ticked closer to 12. "You have to stop it," she screamed, but as Liam reached for her, she dissolved into darkness, shadows slipping from her fingertips. The clock groaned, gears spinning faster, and midnight's countdown began. Could they stop it in time? With the clock's hands racing toward 12, Liam and Josh sprinted towards the heart of the tower. Here, a massive, pulsing gear throbbed with dark energy, an ancient force alive and hungry. They knew they had to destroy it, to shatter time itself. Just as their fingers brushed the metal, the shadow entity emerged, a vortex of darkness with glowing, menacing eyes. "You cannot stop time," it hissed. But Josh, thinking fast, grabbed his wristwatch and threw it into the core. Time itself seemed to rebel, gears grinding to a halt, and the shadow entity shrieked as it was drawn into the collapsing clockwork. Silence fell, but when Liam and Josh looked at the clock face, it still read 11:59. Had they really stopped the loop, or had they merely reset it? Thanks for joining us on this spine-tingling journey into the past. If you want more tales of terror and mystery, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring that bell. Because who knows what secrets still linger in the shadows of Millbrook?